John Setka's days in the Labour Party are almost certainly numbered. Justice Peter Riordan's ruling is likely to make the process of kicking him out of the party more complicated and take longer than expected. Justice Riordan ruled it was not the Supreme Court's job to interfere with the internal decisions of voluntary unincorporated associations, such as the Labour Party. That was the end of Setka's Supreme Court bid to stop the ALP expelling him. But Justice Riordan threw in a curveball, adding that, in his view, any decision to expel Setka was the job of the Victorian Alps Disputes Tribunal, not the party's national executive, which Labour leader Anthony Albanese had lined up to do the job. Taking it to the tribunal in Setka's home state would be a more complicated and time-consuming path to expulsion than Albanese would have hoped. Victoria is the one state where Setka retains some support. It is unclear how the tribunal would rule, and that decision could be appealed to the National Party anyway, Labour sources said. But this remains, most likely, no more than a stay of execution for Setka. Whatever the mechanism of his departure, it is hard to imagine him being allowed to remain an ALP member. It would be a de facto vote of no confidence in Albanese. Of course, Setka could also appeal to the High Court. But to what end? And how much would that cost? Setka has long loathed the party he has been a member of for 12 years. He has repeatedly accused its leaders of selling out the interests of workers. Wayne Swan, he wrote in an email last year, was a piece of shit, while Kevin Rudd, he said at Labour's national conference, was a effing dog and a maggot. Labour could suck me off, he said in a tirade to the CFMMEU national executive in June, which also included his infamous comments about Rosie Batty. The more substantial issue is not Setka's party membership, which has become a political test for Albanese, but whether he should be leading a major union at all. Only a few months ago Setka was convicted and fined for harassing his wife and repeatedly breaching court orders. It is hard to imagine a chief executive, a politician or any other person with a prominent public role surviving that. Attitudes to family violence, rightfully, have changed in recent years. But a failure of leadership or a misguided sense of solidarity from many in his own union and some other unions has meant Setka retains their support.